So I'm actually taking on board now the comments, the misguided comments that I made last week about Formula One being one of the most boring sports in the world, that it's kind of hit a bit of a plateau. The Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring proved to be one of the most exciting events we have seen all year. Young Max Verstappen winning it for Red Bull ahead of Charles Leclerc, two young guns. The drama started way before in qualifying, an incredible race that certainly did throw a little spice and prove why Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsports and the pinnacle of youngsters. 200 youngsters, in fact, in South Africa, according to Mail and Guardian. Ciro joins us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the award.
Wow,
certainly
thank you very much.
warranted. You can go to social media platforms to find out why he is so valued, but we value you, especially in moments like this, because we've been talking about Formula One being kind of a little bit boring because it's being dominated, but this weekend was unbelievably thrilling. To win it in the last 2 laps, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Where did the drama start, first of all? Why was Hamilton a few places down the grid, man?
Yeah, so it was a fantastic race weekend, actually. There was drama in qualifying, there was drama in the race. In the race, right, you're not going to believe this, drivers overtook each other.
What?
It was shocking.
No, you're a liar, man.
No, it really happened, I promise. I witnessed it with my own eyes. The drama in qualifying, Hamilton got demoted to 5th place for an infraction for keeping Kimi Raikkonen from finishing a hot lap. And Hamilton put his hands up and said, you know what, I deserve it. So that promoted everyone up the field. But Leclerc won his spot on merit. He did beat Hamilton on merit by 0.2 of a second. That kid, I'm a huge fan of that kid. He really does have a bright future in front of him. And he converted his pole position into a lead in the first corner, and he pretty much led the race until the second last lap. And this is where the controversial incident happened with Verstappen.
Well, talk me through that controversial, because who was really at fault there? I mean, it's an aggressive, they are racing ultimately, and no driver worth his salt is going to let someone pass him, not after you've led from the very beginning. But, I mean, kudos to the Red Bull team when you think of the journey that they've been on, to be competing now, to have the strength of that team, awesome stuff. But what actually happened there?
So, talking about the Red Bull team just quickly, this is the first time a Honda engine has won a race since 2006.
Yeah,
so Honda's really stepped up their game after their disaster with Alonso a few years ago. That particular racing incident, which we've just seen on the screen, was ruled by the stewards as a racing incident. There was the risk that 3 hours after the race, the stewards' result would come out and Verstappen would be demoted like Vettel was in Canada. And that would have been a big scandal for the sport.
That's why everyone was like, remember Canada, remember Canada, remember Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So racing incident, it was ruled that neither driver was entirely to blame, and they left it to basically what happened on track. And I think that that's a really good way to go. No one crashed out, no cars were damaged, no one was injured, obviously. It was very hard driving by Verstappen, and he said after the race, he said, look, if we don't drive hard, we might as well stay at home.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. It is a race after all, and they need to spice it up, and they certainly did it. Other youngsters doing brilliantly. Lando Norris, a great weekend for McLaren as well.
Yeah, great drive, Lando Norris. He was really mixing it up in the front of the race almost the entire way. Yeah,
McLaren. When last did we say McLaren,
I know.
Dude?
It's so nice to sit here and not say the words Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel, and just actually mention another driver on the grid. Look, he still finished a lap behind the top 5, so he's best of the rest. And it does mean, it does mean that McLaren have a lot of work to do. But it was so great to see him mixing up with the front runners in the first few laps of the race, and he pretty much drove an entirely flawless drive to get that car over the line. And he, again, 21 years old, he's got a bright future.
Yeah, man, the youngsters putting their hands up, which we absolutely love. So you've still got the Stranglelord at the top, Mercedes, these amazing drivers, but you've got these young guns coming through the ranks as well. It's exciting. Kudos to the Red Bull Ring for providing a track that gave us all this, to all the teams for being competitive, and Lewis Hamilton for giving us a no-filter selfie on his social media account, just to remain pertinent. Ciro, but congratulations once again. We're really proud of you, buddy, and proud of our association to you. You can let us know how you were a Formula One fan. If you weren't, you might want to become one. It's going to be an unbelievable, extra long season in Formula One. So now is the time to sink your teeth.